Ama umefanya pasta na kupatia kabahasha una feel weight.
Kuna mashilingi.
Ama make kama 50 bob. Na ilikuwa ninakaa.
Ikafik lakini
so nadhani matao. So unaomba tu yani sasa unifungua. Sasa unifungua na kuifungua. Ma 50 man. So it's like man.
Running an African startup is very different to running a startup anywhere else in the world. There's the tech OGs, guys who've done it for a while. There's the new kids on the block. There's the VCs, impact investors, government stakeholders, and everybody else. It is a crazy show. And if you have been running a startup or know somebody who has, the one thing everybody has is war stories. My name is Tonee, and my African startup story is about those war stories. It's about trying to find the African inside the business, wherever the startup founder is from. It's about being able to stand up for what you believe in, to keep integrity at the forefront of what you're running, and try not to go crazy while you do it. So even as you listen, whether you're a startup founder or in any of these sectors I've mentioned, may you learn something, be inspired, maybe even start your own business. Welcome to my African startup story. Enjoy.
So as you heard, Juliani passed through, and we talked business, entertainment, and as one of Kenya's biggest artists right now, he was a very fun guy to have around, as you heard. This is going to be a good one. Juliani, ladies and gentlemen. Juliani, man. Unakuja mara kadhaa, unakujanga lunch?
Lunch.
My lunch, my breakfast. Podcast if you are dope. It's a money podcast. So I'm not going to ask you at ease a radio station at Juliani, what inspired you to do music? As long as a question. That's hizo vitu kila mtu akitaka find anaweza find out. Swali zangu za kwanza simple. Do you make money and how do you make money? Kwa hivyo tuanze hapo.
We make money.
You make money as an artist.
We make money as an artist.
Let's say this. Let's not even say kila mtu. It's just you.
Me as an artist,
makes money.
I make money.
Juliani makes money.
It's not the way it's supposed to, but I make money.
What do you mean it's not the way you're supposed to make money? You don't make money like normal people.
The way we're supposed to make money, because a normal person makes money every month. It's consistent. You know why and who's buying and we know all that.
The salary thing.
Everything we know, but we don't know from an artist in a kabati and nasibu. It's always like either you're lucky or you're connected or whatever.
So it's not even that you have a good product.
It's because you have the product is obvious, because as long as people are consuming, it's a good product.
Yeah.
But also, are they willing to forgo their day-to-day things that they use for money to buy your product? So
and are they? What to do now? Because money, there was cassette tapes. Before that, there was LPs, and then somewhere there was mini discs, and then there was CDs, alafu MP3 player. Now it's just streaming
and downloads and events and
events. Yes. Is there money in those things, clearly? And those events are like Jamhuri Day, Christmas.
That's really there are gigs they are different level of artists though.
Yeah.
There's session musicians who play from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They're paid in a bar somewhere to play.
Makrua type.
Makrua is different PR because he has his own songs PR. But okay. Makrua type, of course. And then there's a concert artist. You have to call us to come, or we make our own concerts and stuff like that. So we don't do the usual day-to-day. We can if somebody's willing to pay.
But it's expensive.
It's expensive to have me in a gig.
So for example, umse wa club, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. How much money does that? Inakuanga bana ama inakuanga mtu individual?
Si band yake.
Sa band yake inakuanga na pesa ngapi hivi?
Band yake, let's say, and I might be wrong, of course.
Yes.
30,000.
30,000 per day.
Per night.
I mean per night, sorry. Okay, so that's 30,000, 5 nights, and 50k. 150k for 5 people is good or bad?
It's good for any other person. A normal a person who anafanya kazi daily and he has to provide for their family and whatever. But watukasi we think we deserve more.
Hatujafika hapo bado ngoja. What can you deserve more?
We think. No, we think.
Okay. Then just after that there's the micro falls between you and them.
I think so.
Okay, let's assume. All these things are just assumptions. Yeah? We're just discussing it up in the air. Sasa anafanya gigs kama 2 per week, sio?
No, my crew like a person like Maru, I'm sure anafanya hata 3 or 4.
3 or 4 week. Okay, sawa. Na yeye anapata ngapi akiingia?
Si maybe yeye analipo yo 30k or 50k and then he splits amongst he's the one being paid. So maybe he might be paid in cash or he might be paid by pombe. So every crate that is drunk, a percentage goes to them.
It
So
goes
that's
to
how
them.
they do it. Yeah.
Okay, so there's revenue share, which is interesting. That's clever.
Yeah, that's a good. For me, I think it makes sense.
That makes sense. It does make sense. Okay, because he's the attraction. I'm coming to your place.
So kama you come and people don't come and you don't sell any and home when you come.
So then after him, who's between him and you? Kuna artists wengine, is there a group of artists between?
Now there's artists who like the vernacular ones, there are people who just want to focus on videos, and they have extra other hustles who go and they just want to be seen as artists.
Okay, so
wana talent and wanafeel wanafanyia God disservice, not
exploiting your talent.
So they work
or disagree.
They work, but they also do music. So if it doesn't work for them, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't even matter if it works or not.
It doesn't. For them.
Now they make money off video.
They hopefully make money from ringback tones and stuff like that.
Ringback tones. Okay, so ringback tones. Tutafika ringback tones. Alafu now from there, there's you guys.
Now
you guys is ni kikundi kikubwa ama ni akina nani? These are the guys of concerts. Ni watu wa which guys?
I think it depends. There's also the before even us because there is the current the ule msame hit at that particular time.
Kaka.
So you have Kaka, you have Calligraph, you have Nani. So them they'll do the usual a night minimum maybe 100 or 150. Unaona.
And that is that weekly?
I don't know. It depends. So it depends na bargaining power. Wengine wana do clubs, small clubs, which is they're paid 100 or less or more. But because clubs can't pay you more than that, unless you and nani, but because they have to with their returns the night.
So 100,000 is like the 100 to 200 is the.
That's like the katikati amount of money people are getting if you're popular.
100 G's if you're popular. Let's think about making an album. Inakonga pesa ngapi kumeka album?
In 2009 I did 300,000 for me.
For an album, 300 G's. Na hiyo 300 G's inaenda wapi?
Production.
Kumanisha msana kiti nyuma we've always got his computer and
production, so hiyo ni studio time and the beat and the mixing and mastering 15k a song probably.
Okay.
Or 10 songs or nowadays you can do anyway.
Yes.
And then because there's good producers and whatever everywhere, it's easy. And then that's the bare minimum, like, but you can go the extent of the best like Msioka who can even go to 50k because you're guaranteed. Because Msioka can do 30 based on the relationship. Mia you will do maybe cheaper because he knows his work is really good and he appreciates what I do and stuff like that. But because it's so good, his engineering is up there. He can easily do for an artist at least. I don't know for corporates how much he charges.
But for an artist, like, you can do 40, 50,
you can do, or even if you can do free, but money-wise, you can do minimum 20.
Yeah.
Minimum, yeah.
So, and then, do you have to get the whole album from one guy? I mean, you can potea.
You can potea. Me, I do, always do.
Display, move around.
Move around,
and then
based on the effect.
Ukifanya, like, when you do a song, Juliani featuring X, your story went that, how do you split the money with that person?
There's a split sheet, so you split based on the royalties and whatever that is going to. So you do a split sheet based on who paid and who called who, or if you're paid up front and you don't need to claim anything as whatever.
And now, okay, so let's assume it's 2019. Kila mtu alikuwa anasema it was a tough year. In 2019, Juliani had, you are a rock star, 10 gigs. Is that normal? Is that average? Is that too many? Is that too little?
For me, if you're a popular artist, you're supposed to do weekly somewhere.
Sasa or even 17 tunafanya artist wapi unaenda kusema?
No, there's always somebody somewhere doing something.
Serious?
Yeah, there's always a party somewhere.
Because
there's always like DJs walalangi.
DJs walalangi. DJs I can understand. Lakini artists
it's the same.
You're performing your own song, you're not performing it to somebody else.
But the people pay for you, not just that's the difference. Maybe we'll talk about that later. But for me, the difference is people pay to see you, not necessarily the song, because they can press play anywhere.
Any CD, anywhere.
But the simple fact that you're there and the emotional connection, it goes beyond
just the song.
So that's why artists can easily put backing track now perform and people will be satisfied because mimi niko tu kuona.
Nasikia watu fanya hivyo, wanakuja huku wanafanya hivyo.
Tunalipa 3 million.
3 million.
Sisi mnatupatia ukiitisha half a million ni vita. Unaambia wewe siku hizi wewe ni unajisikia sana wewe siku hizi. Wewe unaringanga sana siku hizi. Na mimi I'll give you a good minimum 2 hour gig.
Good one.
High energy, the fans will watatoka hapo kwa satisfied.
But why are people struggling, man? Juicy Nani was here. What's his name? 3AM guy, the African giant, Burna Boy. And I don't care 3AM, man. What is that? There's such a story around how so many artists come into town, and this even before he came, I was going to talk about it because Davido Alikujani did the same thing. Chris Brown came, did the same thing. People just show up for a bit and then they go, and the kind of money they make, 10 artists in Kenya combined will not make that money in a year. Why?
Because people don't. I think if you look at overall the African industry, Kenyans are the most diverse and most talented. If you think about
Kenyans are the most diverse and the most talented.
If you think about it, like in Kenya, you can
Africa,
get in Africa because you
so Nigeria, South Africa included.
You can because in Kenya you can get the gangatones and then you get the hip hop, and then you get the katikati hip hop, and then you get the mainstream, and then you get the soulful, and then you get the like Kenya and jazz and whatever. There's 10 things happening at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
Than any other. I'm not saying that, but Kenya is the only place that was also excessively talented.
Yeah, excessively talented.
Excessively talented. Like Kenya is the only place, based on my experience and what I've seen.
Yeah, but still the money is not showing up.
The money is not showing up because what work on a low self-esteem. The users and the brands and everybody, they have low self-esteem.
Explain that to me, man. What do you mean?
They use the like.
Why? Because I'm not understanding why when Akon Ali in Nigeria, he was talking. I don't know where he was talking. He was saying these Nigerian artists, unlike the American ones, these guys don't hire cars to do the shows. These are their actual cars. These are their actual homes. The lifestyle you see them showing you on TV is not a TV.
But it's only a few though.
They live like this. It's true. It is not many for sure. Like when you see some, Nigeria has 200 million people. There's so many things that are different. 200 million people. Yes, there's North and South. There's Christian and Muslim. There's very different languages. I understand the place to an extent. But then still, for somebody to perform for $1 million at the end of the year, what do they have that we don't have?
The factors are like, for me, you have to go back. The infrastructure, culture already exists because infrastructure can only come after culture.
Yes.
So
infrastructure
can only come after culture. Okay. So we have the you create an energy, you build a culture, and then you build infrastructure around it. So that's how I think movements and whatever are built. So you have to create an energy,
then you build
culture.
And then
infrastructure.
And what are we lacking?
So what we lack is...
You can't say we don't have it.
We have infrastructure and we don't have the other...
Yeah, we have infrastructure.
Kenya is the only place that, like, Tukombele, bro, like even the fights we have are legit fights to establish legit systems. You know, and it's not fights that... Una surambaya, like, I don't like him. His fights is an issue of MSK is doing this and they're supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
That's a legit fight, now. So
it's procedural, it's process.
And it's progressive.
It's progressive.
So you can literally in Canada is the only place you can have 20 superstars at a go.
There's space at the top.
Even artists, because at different levels people will make money at different levels, So I'm not saying other places are not, but based on the level of education, level of visibility, we are way better off infrastructure-wise than any other place. So the other people have energy and they have culture. Yes. So they tap into that too.
Yeah.
And they have extra, they have the numbers. Because a market peer in a matter. Because US, for example, if the population is 300 million and Jay-Z does $1 million a week, an achievement, think about it.
It's not.
You only percentage gap.
0.0.
So PSC kwa hivyo hapa hivi tuko 48 million. So ukifanya 1,000, ukifanya 1,000 people will make it.
It's considerable numbers even here.
I'm popular across the country, but we still don't know how popular you are because we can't convert into tangible sales and whatever. We can't say.
And social media, you have like 250,000 people.
200K.
200,000 people on social media.
Most of them are eggs. What are my I'm joking.
Why, you just insulted your fans.
I'm joking.
But then you have 200,000 people on.
It doesn't convert because people.
It doesn't convert.
It doesn't convert, and it's obvious in a marketplace. So if you have 200,000, only 2,000 are loyal. The others wanna come for rumors na vitu zingine, and others wanna do kufollow, so kufollow.
Yeah.
But you have a strong 2,000 people who are willing to, if you give them value, of course.
So that thing of let me call it social media influence turning into revenue. Is that real?
There's no influence, the popularity.
Okay.
There's no influence. The people who have 2,000 people are more influential than people who have 2,000. They can only post something and it be seen. And even if it's seen, it's not algorithms as you allow kila mtu aone. And you're using other people's platforms.
So it's not yours.
So they're the ones deciding who sees what. So you can't say because you have 200,000 now everybody's the 200,000 see a post when you post.
No.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Or you are popular but also you are polarizing. So inamaanisha unaweza sema ufala miguna wasa wa comment but watakam ukikamjeke watakam
That's wako home. Wanangoja Twitter show picture.
But what buy bundles wa comment. It makes sense, of course. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, can we see Basi value in that Basi instead of Basi trying to convert it Basi?
Because now I'm looking at there are guys who have built businesses around the number of people who are around them. Some even made billions of shillings and billions of dollars. Because you've got a couple 100,000, a couple million people. Unaweka product hapo ndani ikawa ni shiro kama it's a lipstick or whatever. You push to your group and then people are like, we are a fan of you, we trust your stuff, we take, we buy. And then you have all of a sudden a different industry. That's what Rock Nation did. That's what a lot of guys in Nigeria have done. That's what guys in the US, in SA have done. Yeah, fashion brands, shoes, lipstick, glosses, whatever. Here.
Maslow. Maslow. Think about it. That's the only thing we look at.
Maslow's law?
Maslow's law, you can play. You can play, bro. Because we talked about it also. So there's consumers, but also there's a customer. And there's a guy who said, quite distinct, I've never seen things. So there's a difference between users, consumers, and customers.
Yes.
Customer is somebody who's willing to buy.
Yes.
Consumer himself too.
Take
two. Yeah, willing to commit something in return. So you have.
Alafu kuna fans too. They're just there.
No, fans ni consumer because as long as somebody is willing to pay,
akipay ndio anakuwa
ni customer. Consumer ni msetu whatever comes. Unaona? Nao ndio user, ndio wase wanakusalimia kwa barabara, wanasema Juliani, ile ngoma yako usija kusikia. Na ulitoa ngoma juzi na je, unaona? So si fan. Woni si customer, woni consumer to user.
Consumer to user basi.
Nataka kuchukua selfie alafu. Which is not bad because as long as you find a way of monetizing it well and good. We are dealing with people who consumers wanna fall place msewa shelter
food.
Woni msewa kwa hapo. So jamaa by the time a consume product amepiga hesabu mob sana. Unaona? So but the reason why anaenda kwa bar weekend is because anachukua na deni. Unaona? Anachukua album na deni. Wacha nisikie alafu. Unaona? So
album na deni.
So Tala, branch and whatever. So if you think about the
Maslow's law, basic needs.
The people who consume music are people who have already from this other side. And in the American setting, as we said, it was the white people more.
Yes.
Because they can afford.
In fact, let's talk about that because absolutely the origin of hip hop was drug money.
Yeah, any entertainment is always illicit.
It starts as illicit. So akina Tupac and Biggie and all these guys, using the States as an example, these guys, Jay-Z was talking about it when he was being interviewed recently, they used drug money to fund the production of their stuff, whether they used to go to producers and equipment. And if you look at the legacy of all these guys, even when you start looking at Motown records, zamani, these guys, no, especially because of a black, hakuna mtu alikuja akapatia doa akasema, here, take this, turn it into a business. But then when they started appealing to wazungus, when you're seeing Tupac is playing, local hip hop music from the streets, like at the same time there's like a white family over there and there's some teenage kids who are liking the beat. And at a concert, when he's at the concert, he's seeing black folk and then there's like a group of white folk over there. He starts recognizing, I need to make my music appeal to those guys even more and give them a space to participate. Alafu is when you start seeing Interscope Records, you start seeing Sony getting involved, you start seeing bigger companies, you start seeing Dre and Jimmy Iovine coming together, So there was a relationship that was created over time, but it started illicit. Because
of the risk. So these guys the risk that comes with it. That a big corporate wezi ekado that return on investment. There's another one. So if after 2 months it doesn't make sense, an artist is dropped and whatever. So a corporate wako na shareholders to think of, everybody else to investors to think of. So how always kupatia do aseme ukifigure out what to show. We'll keep pumping in money. They want to return quarterly or after 5 years and whatever. So an industry that is being built, or if you're building a culture, you can't think that way. King Kaka, the first time he knew this thing was viable is when he was paid 5,000.
Yes.
And it's the same case for me. The day nilipo 5k, nilichukua cab kwenda home. Unaget? Like it's because
that was a big deal.
Because now, kumbe these guys, the rest of the time I was willing to do it for free. And I was doing it for free because I love doing it. I love traveling as long as you pay for me. But the day somebody was willing to pay 5,000 to see me perform kwa stage, you know.
Something.
Kuna kakitu hapa, and then it grew eventually.
Yes.
So you can only know something is viable until there is return.
And how did even that person give you that 5,000?
Hiyo ni gig nilipwa.
How did you ulikuwa unaishi aje? How did you used to live?
See, we started music when I was young, so I was in high school. So it was like, as long as I work in my mom's hotel hapo, za Chapodondo, ma 20 bob, niko sawa. Bora niget fare kurudi na
uko sawa.
Niko sawa. As long as na perform, people warembo wanakulike, uko sawa.
It's young. Basic.
But the day somebody paid 5,000, then I knew there was value. So I think the same thing we can say until people start seeing returns and it making sense, then they'll be like, okay, nobody's willing to take the risk of building.
Yes.
So
the building is the problem.
The building part. So the drug money and whatever, it was just because it was a culture thing, a community thing, a vibe thing. Like Sisi Tukiishi Dandora is the thugs who used to have the good shoes and whatever.
Yes.
But the thugs is the ones who wakituma fegi atakocha ya macho at least after me. So because of your demeanor and whatever in association, unaweza enda matriv for free. Unaona. So it's illicit money that is doesn't mind the risk.
Yeah. Because illicit money, risk is the constant. That's how it is.
But ingine uweze enda kwa bank kupatia nini based on your song.
But you want to do an album.
Nataka kufanya hii ni noma. Wasome. Nikaa politician akisema watu, the people have spoken. Unaona, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So the illicit money always helps too. And it's unfortunate to say this, but you need flexible money.
Yes.
To try. And once you figure it out.
Who gave you your flexible money first?
Jal. Emmanuel Jale.
Serious?
300,000 in my account. Send me a letter of intent.
Why?
See, because I was good. They were looking to sign an artist in Kenya.
Yes.
And somehow they bumped into my song, my performance track through DJ Mo's performance video.
DJ Mo's alikuwa record video, alikuwa amefanya track.
Mimi niliandika record. So the hustling part was,
there you go.
If you're doing the high school circuit,
there's a circuit for high school.
You have to have something to sell.
Yes.
So wasa wamepiga nduru nini, but eventually wanataka kupiga picha, wanataka autograph nini, you sell for them CDs 100 bob. So Easter came up with that concept by the way.
Yes.
Easter and DNG, they used to do that.
You're so by that 100 bob.
Exactly.
50 bob was for the DVD or the CD.
So me DVD yangu kwa 150. My first run of CDs that I printed, Ndungu gave me 5,000 to go and print. Nice. So you see, it's always people giving something to.
And did he give you 5,000 akisema tutamrudishia 65 ama alipatia 5,000?
Ilikuwa ni amechoka kupatia fare. Amechoka kupatia fare. Sasa buda hazo sasa. Every time buda. Ninakwama. So it's Jamalika. Yeah, so 5K Ndungu and 5K, and then I printed my CDs. Yeah. Easter used to do it so well because Easter in all the girls' schools they used to get warembo nalia. So they buy
emotional.
So my first had to get kwa Easter. You know. So my first 5K
Ndungu shakapatia 5K ukaprint. Will you print ngapi?
100 like something because to print the thing was like 50 bob and then you sell it for 100 bob.
Oh. And the CD service what? 10 bob?
50.
So CD ni 50, kuprint ni 50.
Everything.
CD. Oh, the whole pack.
And you're just doing a simple CD in a plastic package. Maybe if you're lucky, you print your picture and ingiza hapo ndani. The consumer doesn't mind. Bora umesign.
Umesign. That's it. Na kapewa. How many did you sell the first circuit?
That I couldn't tell because it was just una fix my mix to the songs zote ushaifanya unazifix tu hapo ndani.
Alafu unazipatia.
So we didn't tell. But when Jal gave me 300,000, letter of intent, signed me. I did my first album. I was everywhere.
How long did you do that? How long did it take you to do the album?
Probably when I started when I was 16. I started music when I was 56. Like not like just got interested from 16. My first album was released 09.
09. Okay. Yeah, because that was huge. It broke out kabisa.
But also I did my time kwa streets.
Hizo stripes lazima uzigete.
So me kwa streets nilikuwa mimi mbaya. Nilikuwa mambo bad.
You were everywhere.
I was everywhere. So by the time I got signed, it was like a thing to like a step.
Yeah.
But it was right on time because I was tired. Like I was like, there's nothing else.
That time, did you make money from the previous one? As in what you were doing before you were signed? Look on a door, look on a kanyumba ka 25,000, 50,000?
No. When we were doing the university, the high school universities, you get paid. You don't even pay from the CDs or even some small gig umeitwa sijui Ndenderi huko unalipwa 3K. Ama umefanya pasta na kupatia kabahasha unafeel weight.
Kuna mashilingi.
Ama make kama 50 bob. Na ilikuwa ninakaa.
Ikafika lakini
so nadhani matao. So unaomba tu yani sasa unafungua. Sasa unafungua na kuifungua. Ma 50 man. So it's like man. So that's how you survive. 5K Pastor Albo gave me his house ka SQ hapo, so I was living up on 5K
rent.
Wow. I'm a struggle now sometimes, but niko na feel niko out in Dandora, so I was feeling better.
Yeah.
Because niko in Dandora, I'm in a different neighborhoods. My thinking is changing and stuff like that. So by the time I was signed in Kiokwa how Pastor Albo, and I was paying 5K, and I got a phone call usiku wa manane.
We've signed you
some weeks after.
Album
some months after the money was sent. Album. They gave me these big dreams about what I will be. Nikona tu nikifanya tour niko kwa basi yangu yani. Napigishwa around niko na logo yangu. Waliniuza hiyo. Niko na big house imebaiwa. Because that's what we saw being
success
signed
as. Yeah, that's what you see.
When 300,000.
How fast did it Kusha?
A week I did. No. Wow. Because for me Uzuri I didn't use it for personal. I was so hungry in getting the album.
You did the album.
So I spent probably 150 or something on the album.
And the album gave you back?
The album went excess because after Apple, life yangu will change.
Yeah.
I started getting paid 20K, 30K.
Kutoka 3K, 2K, 50 bob more. Ulipanda Bay?
In Panda Bay, man. So I started doing the live band thing. So now value kapanda pia. Now I started getting paid more, 100,000 or whatever.
And the places you were going to get that 100,000, ilikuwa places tofauti ama was it the same places you used to go to before?
No, different people altogether. It's a different marketplace, different whatever.
Kwa hivyo sasa, this is interesting to me because your starting base, those guys, they still love you now. Those guys are diehards. But there's this whole new Kilimani vibe. The guys who will go for BYSS, wataenda the singles thing by Pasha Kihoro, those ones. Those are not guys of D.
No, because they're the ones who have the money. They're the ones who are willing to. They have extra time. Then they want to go outside. They like msiana buy art. Msiana appreciate. Msiana amepanda ladder. Hiyo Maslow's law. Amepanda ladder kidogo. So he has extra money. He's thinking of what else can I do with the money. Let me appreciate art. Let me get in touch with my feelings. You know. So I don't understand my feelings. No. So. Yeah, so let me get in touch with my feelings. So what were side sana?
Yes.
So they are willing to pay extra.
It changed your mindset.
Of course.
What is that change of mindset?
Because
what was the mindset before and what was the mindset after?
Dandora and this. Mindset will change because everything. Because if you're in Dandora, uko na 10K, you may make it. But the side is not the same. Okay. So if you're in Dandora, you become comfortable.
That's interesting.
You become comfortable. Unabai TV kubwa, unavisit yongo na watu, your friends nini. So you never grow beyond that. So your 5,000 goes a long way in Dandora than in this side ingine.
Yeah.
So you need to be this side ndo na level place your pressure. So it's unfortunate, but for me I always felt like I have to put myself in a pressure point ndio niweze kugrow.
Yeah, you need pressure to produce.
So nanunua gari siwezi afford, naingia kwa nyumba siwezi afford ndio ujipush.
Yes. But when they find debt that way, but there are the people who are able, most times, if you're able to have a pressure point all the time, kila mwezi unajua kuna bills zitalipwa, you have to push yourself to know.
Push yourself. For me, I got a lot of debt when because I was doing a lot of things, not from my lifestyle.
Explain.
Because now, I did my own tour. I did a
Which you funded yourself?
I funded myself. 15 university tour. I did a 1 month tour in all the neighborhoods.
Yes.
I knew that there is 90 wards, by selling CDs, employing people.
Now, ulijipeleka sasa you alone, as in you akakaa.
I rent a big truck. Put with speakers. This is a campaign.
It's a campaign.
Brand it, pay city council, employ like 10 people. Tukiingia kwa street, niko na kabenzi yangu hapo nyuma, tunawafuata nyuma. Tukiingia kwa street, we are selling. And then I realized, wow, what the difference between users and consumers because the mama ndio walikuwa na buy. Mavijana walikuwa wanataka selfie.
Hey, what?
So I realized, wow, mama ndo nanunua na women and whatever. Man, ni bure sana.
Selfie bure kabisa.
Wanaume ni bure. So, and young people also.
That's interesting. So your customer?
My customer was old women. That's why it makes sense. Like, because you're, first of all, they don't buy just because they want to listen. They want to buy because you represent something. So they buy for their kids. You're a good role model, whatever. So wale wa mama mboga hapo wakauli kupatia so.
Watu wanawadharau.
Ndio wako na buy. When we're going on the street, wa mama ndio wananunua.
Na wanakujua kabisa.
Wanakujua, Juliani. That's me after hapo kichwa yangu ilifura kidogo. Now I knew that I'm Juliani,
Yes. Now you know.
Like right now I know. Huwezi niambia anything. Like I go anywhere.
Unajijua.
Unaona. So
but you also know ni hao mama who have
najua vijana, difference ya vijana na nini. Vijana can't buy anything. Like even university student, you can't. When I was doing the university student, we tried charge on the nini, hakuna mtu anakam. Okay, then we changed. We started selling. So if you buy 50 bob, if you buy the water, I branded a water, whatever. So we put it there. If you buy the water, you come in for free. So we started doing those things that could make dough from there.
It's almost a side hustle of your hustle.
So we say, okay, if we have a market, e-market, what's a mziki wa vute, but what else can we sell to them? So can we do merchandising? Can we do all this to make dough?
Yes. And now, in fact, now as you talk about that mindset, that merchandising, was it your idea? Did you come up with it? Did you know it? Did you learn it? Was it a mindset change? Where did it come from? Because a lot of artists don't do that.
But for me, I'm in a place where I'm always trying to grow from. Like, I don't like being in a position, dependent on. Or even if you have a discussion, even a peer and a partner's discussion, not a niaje niko nafikiria husu. Unaona hiyo ni like that's why I've been all my life. I've been in that position of kusaidiwa ama kuomba.
Bas.
So what it does is that it changed mindset. So I started doing research and stuff and realized that
self-driven.
So I started when you look at the US industry, the people that were so popular, we thought they had money, we thought they were in kumbe jamaa ko signed. So when they are dropped, their life changes.
They are broke.
They don't have the houses. So I'm like, nini na happen hapa? So I'm like, this doesn't make sense. If I can't sell my product on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
No. If I have to be there to make money, it doesn't make sense. So I started talking to people. I spoke to Orange then, Telcom Sahi. They did my distribution on all my albums.
You did it yourself? Did you have a manager who gave you this idea? Something you went to?
No, me, I'm nini. So when working people, they gonna kimbele, so I know what I want. So
it's
easy
to good.
So I know what I want and I know what needs to be done, and I've grown that. Inside, that's part of me over a period of time. Like I literally know what I need to do. So that's
it's not a surprise. It's not shocking.
I'm not shocked. Everything that you see is by design.
It's by design.
Yeah, it's difficult when you're alone, and it's difficult to communicate that to the next person. Especially if you get ubaya sisi tuko place ya we don't want to build things. We want to. Mshanda katuku alipo salary na
cheers niko sawa
hizo ndo vitu nimelan about. So I've had employees, I've lipa salaries, I've done. So that's how I built debt over a period of time. We're talking about that.
Yes, because
I was doing all these things.
And who is your investor? Because you need another. These banks will not put money behind you.
They don't understand it.
Nope.
So I was lucky that I was making money. Like me, I was making good money. But I realized I had good partnership. I had partnership with World Bank, Google, all these people.
Are they paying you for this partnership?
Yeah, they were paying. So me, instead of course in by bands. Ujaluo nitoe kwa system. But ilibidi all your life you've been wanting these things.
Just give yourself one thing.
So I'm like, you pay pole and you know. So But I implemented, because I was like, I'll be 30 years old, I'll be 35, I'll be 40 years old, and I want to be in a position where I just need to do 6 concerts a year. I don't need to.
6 concerts.
Yeah, so if you book me within those 6 concerts, I'll do a 2-hour show anywhere in the world. So what do I need to do to build that?
Right. Okay.
So that's what I've been
trying to do.
And how do I make money without being present?
How do you make money without being present?
Yeah, so it's that, and also, are we really influential? Am I really influential? I say yes, I'm Juliani. Everywhere I go, people know my face. People know who I am. But is that really influence?
How's that for a start for our first podcast? We talked about money, where he came from, how he's building his empire, and where he's trying to take it. In the next podcast, we talk about influence, networking, capacity to grow your business, and what he's doing outside of music. It's just good to know where your money's coming from, because that's the only way to support your passion. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, enjoy your day. And there you have it. That's his African startup story.
Right after Mugambi Nthiga was here, Juliani passed through talking about his art story.
Hopefully we'll see you here sometime. But until then, it's Tonee Ndungu saying have a lovely day, and I hope you learned something. Take care.